Welcome to my new channel. My name is Jessica, and this channel will be about all things nutrition, wellness, with a little bit of fitness mixed in. I wanted to jump on here today to introduce myself and my new page and give you a quick background on me and why I'm passionate about nutrition and wellness. I was an athlete growing up and in college. I was always active and could pretty much eat whatever I wanted and stayed fairly lean and didn't have to think too hard about nutrition growing up. I've always loved physical culture and sports, so I majored in exercise physiology and I got my minor in nutrition while I played college softball. I also stuck around and got a master's in biomechanics, so I'm kind of a science nerd. I love reading research and studying the human body, and science will always have a place in my heart. So when I finished my playing days, I wanted to stay active, so I got into CrossFit. I competed in that for a while. I did a lot of local competitions and I made it to regionals with a team back in 2014 when regionals was a big deal and CrossFit was huge. During that time, I experimented with paleo diet and high protein diets, but I never really put too much energy into understanding my nutrition or making it a lifestyle. I kind of went with the fads at the time. After that, I moved across the country and changed careers. I continued to exercise and strength train where I got into Olympic weightlifting that I do now. But life was busy with the new career and family obligations, and I was constantly on the go. And I realized that I was not fueling my body correctly for the level of training and activity I was doing. And generally, I just didn't feel great mentally or physically. So even though I had the nutrition background and the minor, I still needed some guidance. So I decided to hire a nutrition coach to help me get back on track. I've learned a lot from him and still work with him to this day because even though I'm a coach, coaches need coaches too, and he's helped me a ton. But over the last 8 years, I've experimented a lot for myself too to figure out what works for me and studied more on the science of the nutrition. I've worked through all the different cycles of dieting from weight loss to maintenance to bulking and muscle building and everything in between. I always knew, though, that I didn't want to make my life all about eating chicken and rice just to look good. And being unable to enjoy social situations because I can only eat certain things was not interesting to me. So, my goal from day one was to find a balance and be able to eat for my health and weight goals and wellness, but also to still enjoy some pizza and wine and Reese's occasionally, which, fun fact, is still my favorite cheat meal. And I've learned how to eat that even when I'm in a weight loss phase. I now have a busy career in outside sales where I am constantly on the go and in my car, and no day ever looks the same. Uh, I am always in different locations and running around, and my time is often not my own. In order to be successful in my nutrition, wellness, fitness, and weight goals, I had to learn a lot about fueling my body for myself. I had to learn how to track macros, plan ahead, easy recipes, packing meals, and so much more so that I could be successful in my career and life, as well as in my personal fitness and physique goals that I had set for myself. Over the years, I've honed in what works for me and made it a part of my lifestyle and habits to eat healthy and continue learning and growing in my nutrition knowledge. Along the way, I've met so many people, particularly women, that struggled with the same things I did when I started my journey. I have so many friends and acquaintances ask for help and advice over the years, and it hit me that we all struggle with really similar things. As busy women and moms, we have a lot of responsibilities that fall on us. We are constantly responsible for household things, running kids to and from practices and appointments, taking care of errands on top of working a full time job or being a full time stay at home mom and catering to kids and the household all day. Women are unique in the many different hats that each has to wear, but all of those hats are equally as stressful and time consuming, and the stressors can add up and not leave you much time to take care of yourself. And I understand that, and I've been there as well. We often take a back seat in our own life because we're worried about everyone else. I started a business and now this channel based on these issues. I've worked hard to figure out easy ways for women to put yourself first through feeding your body good food and feeling comfortable in your own skin. I want to share all the tips and tricks I have learned to make meal prep and nutrition easy and approachable for busy women. I also believe in educating women on the science and the facts of nutrition in a world where marketing and supplements have watered down the message to fit their narrative and sell their products. There's a lot of noise in the diet industry, and a lot of it contradicts itself, and it can make it really confusing and difficult to figure out what's what and to know what the truth about nutrition and weight loss is. I believe in real whole foods that aid in health and wellness, but also in the occasional treat and junk food. Because life is meant to be enjoyed and lived, and food is often a part of that. And I don't think you should sit it out just because you're dieting. I believe that there's no one whole food group that is evil, but that everything can be handled in moderation, and that in allowing that flexibility, it makes it so much easier to make a lifestyle change versus just a diet. I believe in balance and consistency over perfection and restrictive diets. I help to teach women how to live a life that can be enjoyed while still being healthy, and how to handle the occasional dinner out, a cocktail, or taking a trip without wreaking havoc on the work you've put in and the hard work you've been using to get to your weight loss goals. My goal with this page, as well as my nutrition coaching business, is to help women understand how to use food to their advantage, how to eat good foods and still hit their weight loss goals. I want to make nutrition approachable and help women feel comfortable about how and why they should eat a certain way, and feel comfortable learning from a woman who's been there, who's done it, who understands the struggles that can come with it. And I want to do this for the normal, everyday woman and mom that has a life and responsibilities, but wants to take care of herself and put herself first as well. I promise to be very transparent and honest. I want to help educate and share real world tips and tricks that I've learned in my own life to make every woman feel better mentally and physically to take on the world. I am very passionate about using my experience and knowledge to help people, in particular, busy women and moms and boss babes, and teach them how to use food and simple principles to feel and look their best without sacrificing life and joy to get there. I hope that you join me in this journey. I would love to have you hit like or subscribe to my page so that you can start to learn and grow in your nutrition knowledge and tips and tricks to help your life be a little easier while still prioritizing your own health and wellness and hitting the goals that you've set for yourself. I am here to help, and I love cheering on women to be the best that they can be and put themselves first every once in a while. I hope you join me as we grow this page with badass women that are wanting to take a step towards a healthier future.